What's up, guys? It's Jesus here with the Vambers, and today we're going to be doing a deck profile on Sybilt. So Sybilt is a brand new deck that came out in set 9. Pretty much the main villain of the Divines. Would it really be the first core? Technically, yeah, it's just the main villain of the first 2 seasons of Divines. But I don't know why. They just kind of waited to give us the backstory on this unit on the very last episode after they defeated her. But yeah, pretty much Sybilt is a key term deck. It's pretty much just brainrot. You have here your ride line. You have regular Sybilt. You have Sparod, or boy aspiring to join Protector Sparod. Where his skill is if he's placed by riding from a unit with Sybilt in its name, you reveal a grade 3 with Sybilt from your right deck. You search your deck for Sparod and Sybilt, who we once were, reveal it and put it in the hand to shuffle. So, grade 1 that searches the order, so kind of like a Brandgate deck in that way, huh? Then you have Distorted Heart Sparod, where if he attacks, you retire a rearguard, reveal a grade 3 with Sybilt from your right deck, draw, and then he gains 5k. So 15k attacker, very, very nice. Not only that, but he allows you to retire and start self-retiring, which I believe we have a few cards here that do something while retired. And then you have the main grade 3. You have here Malwyrm Sybilt. So Malwyrm, it's funny because that is the state that Varga was in, but it's kind of weird because here they give you a different key term to follow, which is mental pollution. So Sybilt has 3 different skills. The axe skill, once per turn, Soul Blast 1. Choose up to the same number of your rear guards as your opponent's vanguard's grade, and until the end of turn they become mental pollution state, and they get the red skill that at the end of the turn they retire, and they also gain 5k. The next skill is Counterblast 1, or at the once per turn, at the end of the battle that this unit attacked the Vanguard, Counterblast 1, choose one of your rearguards in the mental polluted state, or one of your vanguards, stand it, until the end of the turn, its drive becomes 0, and it gets 10k. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, choose a total of 2 instead of 1. So this becomes a 5 attack deck by restanding the Vanguard as well as the mentally polluted Vanguard or rearguard. You should also see that there are some rearguards that I've seen some people tack in. What's it called? One of Varga's grade 3 rears that it first received in Divines set 1, where if it would be retired, it can't retire by card effect if there's no other rearguard on the front row, or if there's not another copy of itself in the front row, which is pretty cool. But yeah, he restands or restands too if the opponent is at grade 3. And the third skill is once per turn, when your rearguard in the mental polluted state is retired, during your end phase, draw a card. So you're always going to be you're always going to draw a card off of this, and because of the order that you pick up from the going first or from your grade 1, you should be able to at least hit for 4 drive checks. So that is the ride line. We are running, obviously, 3 more copies of your grade 3 because you need a Persona Ride. After that, one of the ace units for Dragon Empire. I almost said Keter, and then I almost said Kagero. Then we're running 4 copies of Desolate Flare Dragon. Desolate Flare Dragon is really cool. If you have a Unison Vanguard, this card gets all the following. So not only does this work with Sybilt, but it also works with that original Unison Vanguard or Unison Dragon that came out. What was it? Was it set? I think it was DZBT3 or DZBT6. No, I think it was 3. No, 3 was Shoujo Doji. I'll put it up there. You guys know what it is. But yeah, he gets all the followings if you have that type of Vanguard. The axe or the auto skill, when he's placed on rear, Counterblast 1. You look at the top 7 cards, you choose up to 1 Unison Dragon or up to 1 normal order from among them, reveal it, put it to your hand, shuffle the deck. If you do not reveal a card, you draw. Really good. Honestly, this is a pretty decent searcher. I don't mind the top 7 searchers if they either refund the cost for whiffing or if they at least net you a card. So that to me, very, very good in terms of trying to get something out of this unit. He has another auto. When this unit attacks, this unit gets 5k until the end of that battle. Energy Blast 3. Choose one of your rear guards and it gets, when this unit is retired from mirror, put it into hand until the end of turn. Similar to Varga, and how Varga had that one unit that puts it into, that puts would-be retired units back to hand. This deck kind of focuses on it. It's very similar. Honestly, the playstyle for this deck is very similar to Varga, but I think it just takes a little bit more thinking. It's a little less unga bunga. Because we're going to be messing around with orders, we're going to be playing with the Teeth Fault version of Dragon Empire, which is Drag Gritter Latifah. She has the same exact skill where if she's placed on rear other than by a unit card's ability, if you played a normal order this turn, you Soul Blast one, look at the top 5, choose a card with a grade less than or equal to your Vanguard. From among them, reveal it, call it to rear if it's a unit, or place it in hand if it's a normal order. When this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, this unit gets 5k until the end of that battle for each of your opponent's open rearguard circles. She's honestly really good because she doesn't cost you a Soul Blast like the Dark States one, and doesn't require you to have open rears, just your opponent. So she's not bad. I honestly still think Teeth Fault and the newly released, I can't even remember the name of it, but the Brantgate version, I think those two are still the best ones, but Latifah definitely works really well with this deck. So definitely a unit to run. I'm running 3 copies of Drag Gritter Quagoza. That's the Pride Cycler, mainly because the order that we play goes into Soul. So you want to Soul Blast it out, that way you can use the drop zone effect. And not only that, but being able to discard these during your ride-up is very, very nice. So yeah, we run 3 copies of that. Then I run 4 copies of the new generic. This one searches a copy of your Vanguard and it also countercharges. It's pretty much just a they took a rare from set 1 and they took a double R from, well, no, a double R from set 1 and a rare from set 2 and kind of put them together. Actually, I don't even think Gojo was a rare. I think it was a common. Anyways, this card's pretty good. It's not bad. Definitely wouldn't be running 4. I don't own Shenri's. Don't click out yet. But I will be definitely telling you what to run instead if you do own 4 copies of Shenri, because you will be running 4 copies. I'm just waiting on mine in the mail. But yeah, definitely you're not going to be running 4 of this card. That's a compromise right now. Another compromise is Drag Gritter Shock or Shack. She has a back row skill where when you're rearguard in the same column as this unit is stood, if this unit is in the Malwyrm state, you stand it as well. So she will boost rate 2 times if you put a lot of resources into her. But that's not bad because that makes her also a restanding 13k booster. I run 2 copies of the Avarice Rester for Dragon Empire. She's not bad. Honestly, she searches throughout most of the deck. But the main thing is getting your pieces, your order, your main in-deck order. She's the what you're searching for, or that's what you're searching for, as well as your Drag Resonance. You run 2 copies of that. So this is what we play. Of course, 3 PGs. I think I'm gonna skip the triggers for now. We're gonna go ahead and do the orders. We'll start with Blitz. We did the 3 PGs, a Twin Cast. This could honestly be green, just because green doesn't count as a order that's being played. So honestly, Twin Cast could also be the Fire Regalis. That's the one. Elementaria, just for those triple drive matchups. 2 copies of Drag Resonance. 4 copies of the Sparod and Sybilt, who we once were. You can play this card if you have a Sybilt or a Sparod Vanguard, and you put it in the Soul. You choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets the once per turn skill that when this unit, when your unit without Sentinel is retired from mirror, other during the battle, during the main phase, you put it to hand. So this works really well with Sparod from the get-go. And then a drop zone skill. When a grade 3 or greater unit with Cibbilt is stood by a card's ability. You bind this card and discard a card from hand, and your Vanguard's drive becomes 1 until the end of the turn. So this is how you can get that quad drive on. Is a quad drive? No, that's how you get the triple drive on the Sybilt turn. So you run 4 copies of that, and then over to triggers. Drag Veda, stupid trigger. 3 front. New sleeves. 4 crit. Actually 8 crit. And 4 heal. And that is Sybilt. So I was gonna mention the cards that you would replace in order to run this if you own Shenries. The main cards that I would suggest replacing are, we go back to the deck, get rid of 2 of that, get rid of 1 of that, and get rid of 1 of that. And that is your Shenry replacements. The main reason is because, well, actually you probably just get rid of 2 of this and keep the shield tickets. Shenry just does so much for the deck, so I don't see why you wouldn't want to run 4 copies of it. I just don't have them. That's literally the only reason why they're not in this deck. But yeah, Shenry, very crucial because not only does she draw you a card, she is a card that heavily benefits from you playing orders, and this deck is just an order deck. So definitely play your Shenries if you own them. If not, wait till the starter deck comes out and then get them reprints. The deck is really fun, but you definitely need Shenries. I will say that. It is also nice to have a generic way to search out your Persona ride. So this deck kind of gives you a lot. You feel a lot more in control playing this than say Varga. And it does play very similar to Varga as well. It's just that instead of a blind like retire on both sides, you're choosing more on what to retire. But yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we have Ezel and then some fight videos with Minerva, Ezel, Cibbilt, and a plethora more to come. Thanks guys.